I have a question. Have you ever climbed a tree before? You've done that? Why did you do that? I asked myself this question this morning. I was thinking back when I was probably your age. There's a tree in the front yard of my house, and I lived in my house all these years, and I'd never climbed this tree, and it seemed like the tree was calling me. Hey, climb me, come. It was a call to adventure, to wonder, to see what was there waiting for me. So I walked all around the tree, and I looked for a good way that I could get up, and I found a branch that was low enough. And I reached up and I grabbed that branch. I pulled myself up. I reached another branch, pulled myself up a little bit further. I was about 4 feet off the ground, looking around. Wow. And then I looked at the trunk, and I saw this big, scary bug that I'd never seen before. And I thought to myself, I've climbed up this tree, but this bug is about to climb all over me, so I better get down. So I got down really quick. But man, I don't think I've climbed a tree since then, come to think of it. But why do we climb a tree? Why do we hike a trail? Why do we paddle down the river? Something is calling us, some wonder, something mysterious, and something great, maybe greater than ourselves. So the story in the gospel lesson today is about a man named Zacchaeus, and he climbs a tree. And you know why he climbs that tree? Because Jesus came to visit his town today. And everybody wanted to see Jesus. Can you imagine if Jesus walked through that door right now? Everybody would stand up and just be amazed and want to get close to Jesus. And he might be hard to see. With all those people standing and crowding around Jesus, we might be like, I want to see Jesus too, and I can't. So Zacchaeus was in that predicament. So he saw a tree, and he climbed up that tree. And now he could see Jesus. And you know what else? Jesus saw Zacchaeus. And suddenly this story becomes a story about a crowd gathered to see Jesus, and now it's a story about Jesus coming to see one person. And Jesus calls Zacchaeus, and he says, get down from that tree. It's scary, and there's bugs up there. No, what he really says is, get down from that tree, Zacchaeus, because I am coming to your house today. How much Zacchaeus had felt. All he wanted to do was see Jesus, and then he found out that Jesus wants to see him, and Jesus wants to go to his house today. That changed Zacchaeus. That filled Zacchaeus' heart with love, and all of a sudden the things he did wrong, he didn't want to do those wrong things anymore. Being unkind, he didn't want to be unkind anymore. He wanted to share that love that was in his heart and be kind to everyone. We come to God's house on Sunday, and we meet Jesus at the fountain like we did this morning. We meet Jesus at the altar like we do during communion. But you know what happens after church? Jesus says, I've come here to see you, and I want to go with you to your house today, to your school tomorrow, to your work every day. I'm with you, and I love you. Take me with you to share the good news of my love everywhere we go. Does that sound good, guys? You don't need to climb trees, because Jesus is right down here walking with us. Amen. Thank you so much for listening.